Alright, so I'm gonna I'm gonna disregard an earlier video that I took. I was a little bombastic and a little combative, and expletives flowed freely, and not proud of myself. But to anybody out there involved in door-to-door sales, if there's a sign that says no soliciting, just move on, because you might get an asshole like me come under the door. That said, contractor still hasn't come to get this stuff that he left here, and like I've said, if those were materials from this job, I bought those materials according to his invoice. I paid for the materials, so I'm seeing those materials as mine. I will see if there is anything there I may have use for, and that I can store without disrupting. And I guess I'll take the rest of the dump. Like he left better than half a roll of insulation back there. I don't have any use for that. Some of the wood is kind of clearly scrap wood. I don't have much use for that. I took pictures to illustrate some of the problems I have with the work that didn't get done, and I'm going to send those to him and ask him if he's okay with that. And if he is, then that will go in the review that he's asked me to write. And we'll see if he's okay with that. I bet he won't be. I'd be surprised if he was okay with some of the work that was done. Keeping in mind, there was a fair amount of work done that he wasn't even around. Anyway, I still haven't talked to my neighbor that told me about this guy. Not for any malicious reason, it's just I don't see him all that often. Our paths don't cross that often, and I'm not going to walk over and knock on his door just to tell him that he suggested a shitty contractor. So tonight for dinner's leftover night. I have some leftover barbecue hash from a few nights ago. I have some leftover grilled chicken that was so good. If nobody eats that, I think that might be what I have, but I might save that for tomorrow, because I also have some deli meat that needs to be eaten. Generally don't like to keep that around too long, and this has been around almost too long. So might just make a big ass ham and cheese, lettuce, tomato sandwich tonight. If I had some Genoa salami and some pepperoni, I might make me a antipasta salad. Gosh, that would be good. I don't think I have any pepperoni. Maybe some ham and Genoa salami. And some mozzarella cheese on the salad with some Caesar dressing. Oh, that sounds so good. I'm hungry, can you tell? And then I don't even know what's on TV tonight. Probably some college football on somewhere. I guess that's about it. I haven't watched any Welcome to Wrexham lately. My TV in the garage is not functioning properly. I'm trying to remember how old it is. It might be time for a new one. I know TVs nowadays aren't built to last forever. And I understand that this one being exposed to humidity and temperature fluctuations probably has lasted longer than it should have. I may go a little bigger. I do have a wall mounting bracket, and I'm vowing to myself that if I do need to in fact get a new TV, I will mount it to the wall. Trying to be better and proactive about some of these projects around the house that I am capable of doing. I'm not capable of doing it all, but what I am capable of doing, I need to get my ass to do. And I guess that's about it. Gonna listen to some Ramones. Actually, I'm probably gonna put some vinyl Pink Floyd on tonight. Been in a real Animals mood today. Just love that album. If you're not a Pink Floyd person, Animals may not be for you. If you've read Animal Farm from Orwell and not listened to Animals, you should listen to Animals. It might make you want to read Animal Farm again. I did have somebody ask me the other day, surprise, surprise, I had a Pink Floyd shirt on. I think that was when I went to, I guess I was at the neurologist, and I had a Pink Floyd shirt on. Anyway, somebody asked me, and we got to talking, and the only thing they knew was The Wall. And I said, it surprised me, really, because most people know of Dark Side of the Moon. And of course, when I said Dark Side of the Moon, they were like, oh, yeah. So, in case you're curious, my favorite Pink Floyd song is actually On the Wall. And I think most people would guess probably Comfortably Numb. And while the Comfortably Numb on Pulse is out of this world and the guitar solo is mind-bending, my favorite song from The Wall, actually my favorite Pink Floyd song, which is from The Wall, is Hey You. And I'm not really sure why. I like the contrast in vocal styles between David Gilmour and Roger Waters, and just kind of dig where it is in the movie. That has a lot to do with it, which is kind of left out of the movie a lot. Anyway, but my favorite album is Animals. And my second favorite album is a tie. It's either the Final Cut, it depends on what day you ask me. It's either the Final Cut or Metal. If you're only familiar with Pink Floyd from Dark Side of the Moon on, which is 1973, Metal was the album prior to Dark Side of the Moon. And it very clearly shows the transition from early Floyd to late Floyd, with Dark Side being the differentiating line there. So prior to Dark Side, prior to Metal, they were very psychedelic pop. Little ditty songs with weird-ass lyrics and sometimes some really out-there instrumental stuff. That was when they were really on the scene in London and England with the crazy light shows and the tripping balls and just wacko craziness. Still really cool music that you ought to check out sometime. But keeping in mind that Metal was an album, side one is all that stuff. It's the little ditty pop psycho songs. Psychedelic, not psycho. However, side two of Metal is one long song, which kind of maybe foreshadows of Dark Side of the Moon, where one song just blends into the next and blends into the next and blends into the next. Cool shit. I really dig Floyd. Don't listen to them all the time. It's not an all the time kind of band. But my enjoyment of them never fades. So yeah, I'm thinking Animals on the vinyl might be the place to go tonight. I'll tell you something dumb. Made me think of listening to this album. Made me think of it. So I got a new record player a few months ago, and I really haven't used it all that much. And it actually comes with a remote control. That's kind of cool, you know. How nice would it be to go to bed or wake up with an album on, and you finally get to that point where your eyes are ready to close, or you're slowly waking up, but you're in bed. You haven't hit the floor yet. Which for me is sometimes a big deal if my feet aren't wanting to hit the floor. But this damn remote control for this record player doesn't have a power button. It's got every damn button you can think of, but not a power button. You can't turn it on or off with the remote. Stupidest thing I've ever seen. Oh, Chris, look at the reviews a little more thoroughly before you buy something. It works great otherwise, and I love all the features. It's got Bluetooth, it's got AM, FM, it's got a fucking cassette player. Who even sells cassettes anymore? Oh, me. Anyway, I'm rambling. I still got some work to do out here. I took a really long time getting started today. TV was pooping on me. Nothing worse than starting a long row with the TV not working, because man, is it miserable to have zero entertainment once you get started, and you don't want to screw up your row by fiddling with the remote. Today, I mean, it really hit the fan today. I had to literally unplug it. So I just unplugged it and I put in my Bluetooth speaker and listened to my book. So 43 minutes worth of a book listened to today. That was good. It's a good book. I'm still listening to that one book. It's a long book. But my feet are feeling pretty good today, so I'm thinking maybe tomorrow morning would be a good day for a walk. It's likely to be rather brisk in the morning, and man, would that be nice. I'm not going to get up super early, but there is no Premier League, so I won't feel too bad about sleeping in, and if it's not really hot, I won't feel too bad about walking a little later in the day. In fact, I might go for a walk and come home and set up my chair out on my deck, and probably keep listening to my book. Maybe get sunburned. Can you get sunburned? Yeah, anytime you're in the sun, you can get sunburned, right? Yeah, even if it's cooler. Can't cut my grass. It's so weird. Can't cut my grass for a month. Anyway. All right, enough rambling. I need to do some work here. I got to work on my shoulders. I got to do some weights, man. I haven't lifted weights nearly enough lately. I needed to give my upper body a little break. So that's what I'll do. And I may or may not talk to you again. In fact, I'm going to say probably not. So, yeah, see you tomorrow.